What's up? What's good? Matt Clark here at the new Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing on this amazing Sunday? I'm doing great. My girl's doing great. My family's doing great. Hope each and every one of you are doing great. And I hope you had a great weekend. I know the weather's not the best, but whatever. It's getting warmer. Spring is here. And let's fucking go. Toronto Maple Leafs advance to round two for the first time in 20 years. I remember the last time, and it's a long time coming, man. So watch out. Here they fucking come. Let's do this. But that's not what we're here for. Obviously, on this channel, we speak about prison, we speak about addiction, we speak about life. So subscribe to the channel, man. You know, we have a great community. It's just awesome. The lives are great. The comments on the videos are great. It's just great support all around. And it's awesome. Elaine, what's up, man? Let me make sure this chat's working here. All messages. All right. Yeah, so what's up, Elaine? I'm good, brother. April Jakeems Graham. I don't want to mispronounce the name. What's up, Heather? How you doing? Trace, go Leafs, go, baby. Let's do this. We can do it, man. Hugh, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Good to see you too. If you guys are here, man, go up, tap that like button. Don't be scared. It'll help show other people, you know? Help it get into the algorithm. Prison Audio, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Shorty 519, man. Great. It's good to do a live on a rainy day, you know? Not much going on. Just sitting here and talk and chat about what we're going to chat about. But like I said, the warm weather is here. We all know when the summertime comes, it gets a little bit more difficult if you're in recovery or if you're trying to avoid the BS, because summertime, we all know there's always way more action. So I don't know. What do you want to talk about? What's the topic of conversation today? How we start this off. So let's get some questions going. How about those Leafs, James? You already know, playa. Your cousin's in the Ville right now. Yeah, no, I definitely was in the Ville for time. I did a lot of time there. I did 7 years there, but I was also there for reception. So I know both experiences. Yeah, shout out to the Oilers, man. I don't hate the Canadian teams from the West. No, there's no rehab there, April. It is a prison. You know what I mean? Good. Any chance of getting my boy Jay on for an interview? He did 8 in Beaver Creek Medium. He's just starting a podcast now, trying to do some good things. Who's that? Jay? I may even know Jay, because I was just there. Watching Florida game right now. Hope they win. I hope they win. But it doesn't matter to me either way. I knew that Boston, although amazing, that goalie's never been tested, man. That goalie's never been in that spotlight. He was in Buffalo, you know? How's he going to play in the spotlight when the pressure is on? I know this. I mean, helping him get into a rehab. Well, he could always go to something like Stonehenge. It'll help you get parole earlier. It's almost like a guarantee, but you have to stay there for 6 months in-house. So it's not easy. It's a difficult program. Looks like the BF gets sentenced on the 26th of May. Looks like Fed time. Yeah, you know, sometimes it just kind of is what it is. Has anyone ever tried you in jail like in an actual way? No, not at all. It's not like that, man. Not in Canada anyways. Maybe in PC, I don't know what goes on over there, but not in population. Jay Morin. Does he have a YouTube channel right now? Yeah, I'd definitely do an interview for sure. I probably know him, I'm telling you. If he was there, I was there from 06. No, sorry, 05 to 06. No, it's 06 to 06. And then I got the boot. And then I was there again 16, 17, and part of 18. Thank you very much. He did mention that place. Yeah, it's almost a guarantee if you go there. Jerry Cullen, what's up, my brother? How do nerds, for example, the doctor who killed his wife do in prison? It depends, you know. There's no for sure answer when it comes to that, you know. It really depends. You could land on one block and it could be one thing, and you could land on another and it's something totally different, you know. It really just depends on where your luck lands you. You know. You could land in a place where it's, you know, Friday night fights, just pure young guys, just constant mayhem and testosterone, you know. But you could also land on like a peaceful, quiet block that just wants quiet. Yeah, his YouTube is Penitentiary Rules Canada. He's a good guy, but crazy story. He went blind for 2 years in there from diabetes. I have to know him. I have to check it out. Let me just see here, because I want to just keep it in mind. What is it? Penitentiary Rules Canada. There he is. That's funny. My name pops up. Is it Prison Audio? Is that that's you, right? I don't see it. You'll have to. We'll figure it out for sure. I definitely have him on. That's a fact. You know, I love doing the interviews, man. I love it. I'm fighting 2 armed robbery shit right now. First offense in Halton. You think I'd be going to the Hearst or like a camp? Well, the Hearst is a provincial. So if you're on bail, you get sentenced. You're definitely going there. Depends, you know, if you get sentenced to Fed time, you're only there for like 15 to 20 days. But if you get sentenced to anything 2 years less a day, then you're going to stay in the Hearst on the correctional side, which that's the worst. I just graduated with major in criminology and started watching you a long time ago to learn how it is from your perspective. Thank you for always sharing your stories. No worries. You know, I think this is important stuff. Like, the reality is people are going to go to jail, you know, and it's better to be prepared for it. It's better to have an understanding of what you're in for, and also to prepare you so when you come in, you don't fuck things up. You know, people in there aren't automatically like looking to target you because you did something wrong. You know, you don't want to walk in and stand out. Okay, we'll check it out. Prison Audio for sure. I'm definitely down for the interview. You called it, Matt. A POS I work with got 9 charges for molesting a kid in 2021, pled guilty to 2 years and had 7 drops, served 7 months, and just got out Friday. See what I'm saying? But you could like break into a house and get years. You could steal or break into a business and get a couple of years. Yet this guy just destroys children's lives, and they just slap him on the wrist. Jay, what up, man? Xanax definitely is a bitch. Why do you make jail sound so cool to go to? It's not cool at all, you know. I just think that it's also not always what people say it is, you know. Does the Hearst have the outdoor ice rink? No. It's a super jail now. It's a much different place. I don't think he makes it sound cool. I think he just tells the stories. That's a fact. Is there PC in prison? There definitely is, but in the federal system, it is integrated. So if you're in medium or low, you could have PCs with you and you have no idea. But there's also like a super PC, somebody who definitely can't be in population. Somebody who would fall under that would be like Paul Bernardo or the Colonel Russell Williams, guys like that, because they'd immediately be targeted. If they feel like, though, if the system feels like they can slide guys in under the guise of being somebody else, they'll do that. They don't care. They don't care if somebody gets hurt. Believe me, they don't. Matt, why? What up, man? Shout out to Saskatchewan. They will, Redman. They will mix them in if their name isn't super popular, and they'll create a whole story for them. Believe me, when they integrated the system, their goal was to have snitches, rats all throughout the system, so they have basically a bird's eye view of what's going on without even having to be there. And they flood the place with so many that if you get rid of one, they're going to send two back. And it eventually got to the point where people stopped asking. Now, if somebody gets found out, if their paperwork is exposed or somebody Googles their name and it's bad stuff, they're going to be targeted 100%. Can I be over friendly in jail and smile to all the inmates? I wouldn't do it if you're new. McLegend, what up? J Entertainment, what up? Colin Shand, you already know, player. Go Leafs, go. Light on the hill, my brother. What are you saying? Shout out to you, man. I'm telling you, that one short that you guys put out with the hammers, the guys wrestling the hammers. I tell you, that's one of the funniest videos I've seen, bro. Tiger Not Woods, what's up, man? If you're in the building, go up, hit that like button. Watch, easy like this. Oh, look. Whoosh, like, pockets are still empty. Is it okay to stick your nose in other people's businesses? It's not even okay in the streets, my brother. You know what I'm saying? It's not even okay in the streets. So no, I would say it's not. I'd say mind your motherfucking business no matter where you are. I used to be a high energy. I'm still high energy, but I used to be the kind of dude that wanted to be involved in the mix. I wanted to be in all the shit going on, the subculture. I love that. I got a rush out of that. But now, man, that shit just exhausts me. If I go around to anybody that's involved in any of that, it's just kind of, they're like icky. And that's not a disrespect. I feel different, Do you find the money you make legally more rewarding than the cash you made illegally? Yeah, it's different totally, You have a lot more care and respect for the money you make. Hugh, man, thank you for the 10-piece. I appreciate that. Hugh's always donating. Thank you very much, my brother. And I'll answer your question. I'm just going to finish this question. I just think it's different. I think because you've earned it, you have a lot more care for it and how you spend it and manage it. And when you purchase something with money that you've earned, it can't be taken away from you. That is yours. It's not proceeds. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So, yeah, definitely, I would say it's definitely more rewarding. Hugh, have you ever experienced any overcrowding issues in prison? What was the wildest crime you've heard someone being accused for? So, yes, I've definitely experienced overcrowding. I think anytime that you're in Toronto, you experience that. 3 to a cell, somebody's sleeping on the floor. You might be half under a desk. You're close to the toilet. It's wild, But at the end of the day, that's just kind of how it is. It's not really designed to have as many people as it in. Now it is. They've super jailed everything, so it's a lot different now. But yeah, and I'd say the wildest crime, I don't know. There's so many. But I'll tell you, there's this dude on my block. He's like a square Asian dude. And he was in for killing his partner in a business. He chopped him up, like chop, chop, chop. And the man's who he killed, his woman, was visiting him. And we told him, we're like, bro, like, do you not realize that this is so dumb? Like, why would you have this woman visiting you here? It's so dumb. On a 4-year sentence, when is the earliest you can get out? So the earliest would be 1/3 or 6 months, whichever one is longer. I think that's it. No, that's that's APR. So 1/3. So whatever 1/3 of that is. 4 would be like what? 1 1/3 year. You know what I mean? He talked about this in the channel, Asian dude. Eh? Yeah. No, he kind of paid for comfort. There's no maybe, April. They were definitely. But it's dumb because clearly, like, there's, it was really dumb. And then actually, I was with another old guy who killed his wife of like 15 years. He first smashed her head in with a hammer and then stabbed her a bunch of times and would literally sit and argue with me. He's like an old grandpa dude. You could pop, 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 just slap him around, right? He would literally argue with me about how it's her fault because when her sister or her mom died, she went nutty and became super crazy and drove him to insanity and smashing her face in with a hammer. You become cold to this kind of stuff, and this isn't something that you want. If it gets to the point where you can literally watch somebody get their head cracked, shit themselves, and walk over it like it's another day, then your mind is fucked. You know what I mean? You got real deep issues. And, seeing somebody get smacked in their head with a weight bar or a weight plate, or seeing somebody get power bombed on his head by 4 or 5 guys, seeing somebody get jumped and their head stomped in for no reason. You see this stuff over and over and over. Seeing somebody with stab wounds in their face, their cheeks cut open. It's hard on the soul, man. Avoid it at all costs. Not worth it at all. So, I don't know. In my opinion, sure, sometimes it's good to watch a good fight. Watch 2 guys throw down, shoot the fair fade. But when you're inside, it's different. There's always somebody who wants to just stomp your skull in and take it to the next place. They can't stop when they've won. There's a lot of those dudes, so you have to be super careful. So the best thing for you to do is avoid it altogether. Did I ever get locked up for selling? No. They charged me once. I got charged when I was on the inside in Fembrook. I got charged with possession of chronic and trafficking chronic. I had a 0.2 of hash. 0.2. And they charged me. They shipped me to a higher security prison and gave me 90 days consecutive for one joint. What do you think about that? That's Gravenhurst. That is a place where when you go to that court and you're from the city, they want to impose their country will on you. Why didn't they attack David Milgaard for SA and murder? He said he was innocent and they believed him. Yeah, that's on that block, I guess. But he's lucky to land on a block like that. But I'll tell you, if you are ever charged wrongly with an essay, you can't just crack to PC. You can't. You have to like walk into your block, stand up in front of the table, and tell everybody, yo, this is what I'm here for. I didn't do this shit. Anybody want to defend that? They got to defend that. And you might get your head stomped in, but you'll still have your dignity, you know? Grandma weed and gel varies, man. At some places it could be $30, some places it could be $100. And most of the time it's like a 0.4 or 0.5. I suretied my cousin out one time and they nailed him for a 0.7 when weed was still legal. He got 90 days. Exactly. It's crazy, right? But now you can be on parole and you can bozzle all day, all night. You just need a medical license. You know what I'm saying? David, what's up? What's good? Come on, guys, with the likes, man. Seriously. There's 28. And I know a lot of those likes are already cut. Go Leafs go. Best intro ever. I feel ya. Are you required to show your paperwork to the other inmates when you land? So I would say things have changed in that aspect a little bit. I would say when I first went through, it was a much more serious system. The men were actually like men, big men, you know, and it was very respectful and quiet, but serious. Now it's kids. It's like thugs, young kids though, running around in groups of 8, 9, 10, and they dominate in numbers and craziness, you know? So it's a much less respectful system these days. And that was, 2018, 2017, 2016. You see shit, man. You do. Over and over and over and over again. I was in Millhaven reception in 1996 when guards gave me paperwork on my cell partner in over 100 child molestations. I strangled him. I only got 4 months in the hole. No street charges. Strangled him out? Like, dead? If that's true, hey, shout out to you. You know? See, I don't think the Canadian system really works like that. But I'm sure if you're in a country and hick enough place, it would probably work like that. Yeah. What's the worst ship bombing you ever seen? I never seen a ton of ship bombing. There was this one dude in the hole, this huge, big black dude who hated white people, and it was on site. He had major mental health issues. His name was Calvin. He had escaped from a mental health ward in Oshawa, and then because he's so big and scary when he's not on his medication, they put him in seg in Lindsay for like a long time. I might do a video on this guy. Because month after month, I was a guy, I spent a lot of time in seg because I was always fighting and in shit, right? But this guy was there for like months and months and months. I remember being outside sweeping my cell one day and hearing him. He's going, "What? Boy. White boy. White devil. Through the crack of the door. And he's just this huge, massive, imposing guy. And I remember one day I was on the block and we're chilling. And this block was burning it down. This was back in the day, 4-pot. And they brought Calvin up to a block accidentally. And it's my block. He comes up now. He's medicated, so he's not just attacking anybody. He's not just smashing faces, you know. And I remember they put him in cell 6. I think it's cell 6. Maybe it's cell 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Behind the last shower, the second shower in Lindsay, where you can't see the TV. And they put him in there with like this old, rounder white dude. And this man clearly has a problem with white guys. So he would tell us that the man would be under the table with a blanket on him, talking to himself. Or he'd be in the mirror, shadow boxing, with himself for hours. And this guy's just terrified standing there because you can't sleep. You can't sleep unless he's sleeping because you never know what this guy's going to do. And eventually they realized what they had done a couple days or whatever long. I can't remember exactly how long it was. And they came up and got him. And when they came up, they had a team of staff. And he actually went peacefully. So that's Kelvin, man. He's infamous. A massive guy. Will break faces. Like if he snaps, white guys need to run. Here is a question. How has sharing your stories helped you? Well, I think, first of all, having the channel keeps me accountable, you know. It also supports me. When I feel sad or depressed, I know I can jump on here and shit will liven me up, make me feel better. I feel like a lot of guys from the system aren't going to do this, you know. And when I started, I have principles. I had codes that I wasn't going to break, you know. I'm not going to be doing videos on how to make a shank or how to get dope into a prison. I'm not that guy. I'm not going to tell those tricks of the trade and fuck it up for the guys that are inside, you know. But I love doing the channel. I love it. Do police issue arrest warrants pretty quickly and look for suspects and arrest them quickly? What's your opinion? I think if they can. I think it depends on the seriousness. You know, I don't know his full name, Redman. That's all I know is Calvin. Yeah. I think the seriousness matters, J Entertainment. I wanted to ask that you have ever had any issues being white inside, and have you ever thought about making other content like reaction videos? I definitely want to do other content, McLegend. I don't know how to edit on my PC. You know, I'm very closed off. I don't want to bring people into my life, but I definitely need to be taught how to edit or have somebody edit for me. I just don't really know how. What do you mean, Martha? You mean Margaret? Yeah, not now. Real Smash. I don't have a whole lot of time, but we'll tell that story again one day. He teaches you everything. Help me graduate university. Yeah. I should be charging money for this stuff, eh? Should be $100 per video because it's the information. It's the best. This is where you're gonna find out the real about Canadian prison. I think that I watch a lot of prison channels. I do, and I don't watch as much as I used to. I think some are really good and authentic, but I think some are really funny, you know. And the funny thing is, the funniest ones are the most popular ones. Funny enough. Yeah, of course, McLegend. I've known guys that have had them, But me personally, I've never tried to have one. I've never tried to use one. I never cared, you know. I was one of those guys who didn't do my time on the phone. You know, I'd play sports, I'd work out, I'd smoke, I'd chill, I'd get involved in the subculture. I'd stay as far away from the phone as possible because for me, it was just stressful, you know. It just made me sad. YouTube can teach you how to edit the videos you do. I know. I started messing around with what's it called? What's the site that everybody uses for reaction videos? I forget the name of it. Drew, what's up, my friend? No, not TikTok. It's like the app that people use to edit. I'm not to edit, to run their program through on the computer. Where you can like put screen on screen. I forget what it's no. Everybody uses it too. It's not an editing. It's like you run your camera through it. I forget what it's called, but I have the goddamn thing on my computer. And basically everybody uses it. So did you ever use the Howard Johnson Society? Not really. You know, I always had pretty good supports. At the one time, so 2008, December 30th, I got out. And I at the time my family wasn't welcoming, so I had nowhere to go because I was never responsible with money. Even though I made a lot of money, I just blew through it. So I'd always come out broke with nothing and have to start from scratch because I lived my life like a nomad, you know. I'd have some stuff over here, some stuff over here, and then when you get knocked, everybody just swallows it up, it disappears, and it's not yours anymore. I don't know whatever happened to DBC Ash. I love that dude, man. That's a positive guy, man. Penitentiary Rules Canada. Hold on. Penitentiary Rules. Maybe just all one word. No, it's not coming up, man. Maybe I'll look through the live. It's just me that's coming up. Me, the famous YouTuber. Old school interview with DBC Ash. Last I checked, poor guy went homeless. I know. Okay, thanks. My one boy got his door crowbarred, entered last May, and had a domestic situation just before that. He was positive it was the feds, but he has been stopped by them just recently, and they let him go. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. You mentioned spending a lot of time in SEG. Were you able to get into... Yeah, so I am in the federal class action lawsuit. I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know how to contact anybody about it. So I'm not sure if I'm in the provincial one, but I'm definitely in the federal one. Oh, you need the app, do you? Okay. I grew up in Winnipeg, and the thought of going to Stony Mountain scared the shit out of me, even though a lot of my friends went there. One of my buddies' name was tried and acquitted. Yes, I don't care what anybody says, man. Stony sounds like a crazy goddamn place. You know, I've done a lot of time with native guys, and a lot of them don't fuck around, bro. You know, and if you have groups of guys and gangs that are beefing with each other, that are serious dudes, that's hard time if you're caught in the middle of that, you know? Chet Collins, of killing guards. Crazy. Yeah, shit trips in the house. Benny, is that my dog? No way. Is that my dog right there? No way. Sorry, I'm pulling my socks up. No way. Is that true? Is that? Ah, shit. You already know, playa. Where you at these days? Same place? Okay. I'm gonna go on IG soon, brother. Holler at my IG. I'm gonna go on there probably next weekend. I do want to set up a couple interviews, man. A friend of a friend just got convicted for aggravated assault, his first and only offense. Do you think he could get provincial time or federal time? I don't know how serious the assault is. You know, who's your favorite player on the Leafs? Austin and Mitch and Willie. I love all three of them, man. Everybody hated on them, but doesn't understand that they were making the playoffs in their first fucking years in the league. You know, it wasn't like Ovechkin or a lot of these guys broke through their first year. You know, of course, they're in the fucking most treacherous division in the fucking league. You want to even get to the conference finals, you got to climb over juggernauts. It should be Matt Clark. Well, I don't know. I'd have to ask. Babe, do you know what my IG name is? The new Matt Clark. It's the new Matt Clark. I don't remember. It's been so goddamn long since I've been on there. But what's yours, bro? Hopefully, Florida would be nice, my friend. It was pretty serious. From what I read, the news article said the guy needed an emergency brain surgery. Oh, yeah, for sure. If it's like that, was it like baseball bat, just a beating? Or what? Hey, Matt, can you speak at all about the Waypoint Mental Health Center? It used to be Oak Ridges and Penetang. A good friend just started working maintenance there and tells me it's rough. Yeah, I have no idea. But I do know that if you are criminally insane, that's where you go. So you're going to have a lot of really unpredictable, crazy dudes, man. I've been like a lot of those guys with serious, deep mental health issues do slip through the cracks and end up in population. And they can be scary, man. Like, I don't give a shit how tough you are, how gangster you are. There's times where you're like, the fuck, when you're doing time. I'm not from Toronto, dog. I'm from north of Toronto. I was born in Richmond Hill. That's where I was born. I think just a fight at the bar that got way out of control. Yeah, he's probably kicking people in the face and stuff. That's stupid shit to do, man. That's why I don't go out. I ain't going to no bar or no club where dudes have something to prove. I've been through all that shit. I did the bar fights, the club fights. I don't want to be around none of that. Call a lawyer about legal questions. How does anyone know how much time depends on the person's mentality that committed the crime and the damage done to the victim? Yeah. Did 6 months dead time in the now old Toronto jail, and I must say that was savage. I was stuck on what they called the jungle range. 2 per cell we had was a heavy. Yeah, I was also there in the Toronto jail, the Don jail, and I was on 2A backside. I think it was 2A backside. Yeah, 2B backside, 2A backside, whatever it was. It was fucking crazy, man. And there's no guards. The guards are sitting on the front range. The way it's like this, like a racetrack. There's a fucking wall in the middle. There's fucking cages all around it. And there's 2 blocks that are just long ranges, cells all along. 18 cells, table, TV. That's what it is. So you had a lot of fights, a lot of violence. You know, like I said, buddy got murked on my range. Seeing somebody laying there like this. Something you never forget, bro. I'll never forget that day. And I thought the guy's a piece of shit, to be honest. But I don't feel the man should have died that way. And there's nothing scarier than dying with your head beside a fucking toilet and somebody just smashing you in your head. You know. Yeah, I've tried Astro Pink for sure, brother. Weed's better than that now, though. To Astro Pink now is like trips. Anyways, guys, I gotta get out of here. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys coming and spending time with me, man. I don't think there's better weed, McLegend. I know there's better weed. I've had Astro a bunch of times. It's only like 23, 24%, my brother. Like it says so on the bag a lot of the time, 23%, 24%. You can get up to 35, 36% now. I'll put a lot of the dank that I get up against Astro for sure. And I think a lot of it's better. But Astro is a nice smoke. I'm not denying that. It is nice. It's nice and fresh. It's got that cushy, piney smell. I love that. James, you already know, player. No, I know. I'm not saying it's actually trips. I'm saying nowadays, I remember when I used to grab the Astro, it's 23%, man, 24%. You can get much higher than that now. Now that it's been legal for so long, the production, the growing, companies are figuring it out better. Shit's just way better now. But the Astro is still good. McLegend, man, go to my IG, brother. We'll talk. But you guys already know I want to try the Mike Tyson strain. That's what I want to try. Apparently, that's the shizmack. But hit that like button before you get the fuck out of here. And if you don't, you whack. Straight up. You whack as shit. Watch the live and then hit the fucking like button. You guys already know, player. Love y'all. The new Matt Clark.